to another episode of Bro Date. I'm Jarrell. This is Keith.
How's it going?
We are going to talk about Fantastic Four this time. So we actually just went and saw it a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to tell you guys what we thought about it. So Keith, what did you think?
You know what? I heard some bad things about it going in, literally like the day of. I hadn't heard much about it up until then, but I saw some reviews that were pretty bad, and then a little word of mouth that wasn't so great about it. But I didn't really have that opinion with it. It wasn't too bad. It's an origin story for Fantastic Four. They're pretty much rebooting it. There's no more Jessica Alba. There's no more Chris Evans because he's obviously Captain America now. And I love the actors that are in it. I think that's probably the saving grace for it. And I mean, I thought it was alright. You know, it wasn't the best superhero movie out this summer, but it wasn't terrible either. You know,
A Human Torch Captain America would be interesting.
yeah,
That'd be wild. I actually, when I heard people talking about it, I heard good things about it. I only heard two things about it, but both opinions that I received were both pretty good, and I like the movie as well. I like the actors in there. There was only really one issue that I had with the movie, and I told you about that, but I couldn't buy Miles Teller as a nerd. I just felt like maybe he was trying too hard or what, but I will say this, like towards the middle of the movie, I didn't feel that same way. I guess it just dissolved and finally went away or whatever.
yeah. I think I have the same feelings as you. You don't really buy him as a nerd, and I think it's pretty much because of his other roles. Really, he's never played that. He's always been sort of the cool guy in every movie that he's been in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think what's happening with it is apparently there were some issues with the director, and he got like kicked out of editing the film. He tweeted out that if his version was out, it would be getting good reviews. He's the guy who made Chronicle. Do you remember that?
I do.
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of believe him.
You know, it's funny because I heard that exact same
Yeah.
thing as well, which when I found out about that, I'm like, well, maybe that makes sense, which is why there was that disconnect for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was just an interesting way that they kind of developed everything, because almost the whole movie, they're developing their characters, which in most of the superhero movies that we've seen, I mean, yeah, obviously they're developing their characters at first, but not a good majority of the movie like they did in this one. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and gave you a better understanding of kind of the background for each character.
I think the other thing is a lot of the people who have issues with the movie were really big fans of the comic. They're mad about the way Dr. Doom was portrayed and a couple other things, but I mean, I know who the characters are going in. I never was a giant fan of the comics or anything though, so I mean, what I'm getting is, you know, is that version of them. I don't have any baggage to like bring to the movie, so
Yeah.
you know, I don't think that that it really tears it down at all.
I think I actually bought the way that Doom appeared in this one more than I did the first one.
Yeah, his abilities are really
Yeah.
sort of interesting. The way we didn't get a lot of him though. That's
True.
the one bad thing. I mean, he literally shows up towards the end of the movie for probably about 10 minutes,
Yeah.
15 maybe, and the rest of it is like what you said. It's character building.
But that last scene where they're going at it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember it's got some decent action, and then you know, towards the end they kind of set you up at a hint of a sequel. So
Oh yeah, like this is the origin story of all origin stories, because they're like, hey, we need a name at the end, and they like decide on it. And that's like the last scene of the movie, so this really is like a precursor to everything. So, and they did say they are going forward with a sequel.
They have already determined that.
Fox came out and said it. They're like, even though it's not doing the best, you know, not as good as we expected, we're still going to do the sequel. So,
Well, I am looking forward to that, because I actually did like this one, and in all honesty, they can't do any worse than the other sequel. So
hey,
that'll be nice. So yeah, I'll be anxious to see that one. So I would say go check this out. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think if you like superhero movies and you don't mind origin stories, that hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Go on like a $5 day.
Why not? Might as
It's worth
well.
it.
Well, I think that's all we got for this time.
Yeah.
So stick around, look for the other stuff that we get out there. See you guys later.
Peace.